Yo, 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 yo. Y'all caught me in a good time because when I tell you it's a lot that's going on, first of all, I want to make sure you guys can hear me, but I'm going to wait a little bit till somebody jump on because I'm not going to be on here too long. So I'm not going to really wait for a lot of people to come on today. But I want to do this live situation, doing some work on this bass here. Put this down. But I'm not going to wait. Not going to be before you too long. I'm just going to jump into it and I'll post it so everybody can see it. So it's been a crazy week. Look, your boy Scottie Pippen been going crazy. Let me know if you can hear me. I don't know who that is watching. Let me know you can hear me very well. Just put a thumbs up or something so I know you can hear me well. And I'll wait before I move on. So anyway, Scottie Pippen has been on one. Like for real on one. Everybody who's been watching it, they've been seeing it just lately, just going crazy. And I just was like, dude, Scottie, because of your stuff, I normally would wait on my gems for the week because believe it or not, the doofus of the week I could usually find. Thank you, Miss Lynn. The doofus of the week I could usually find really quick. Really quick. But this week I wanted to make sure that Scottie Pippen knew. Scottie Pippen is the doofus of the week by far because of all the stuff that he was doing. I'm going to post this because I'm going live with the $50 giveaway today. So if you're watching this, there will be a $50 giveaway, but I want to do this real fast. This is going to be a live review of me doing commentary on Scottie Pippen's little situation. Okay. So anyway, hey, what's up, Tony? But yeah, check it out. So, yo boy, now this is not going to be that. Tony, the real show will be later around 7. I just wanted to do this little sports little situation, jump on here real quick. But anyway, Scottie Pippen has been on one, and I've learned one thing. LeBron fans, and I don't usually like to say his name, I usually say player number 6 or something like that, or P6. But they have two people that they love in particular. One of them is the given LeBron. The second one is this guy here. Because they only like this dude because now he's been going at MJ, the person that they hate more than anything. Ladies, if you find a dude that always want to go at another man and tear him down for them to look better, you need to run because that's somebody with a mental illness. Okay, because they find everything that's wrong with Scottie Pippen. I mean, with Michael Jordan's game, now they love Scottie Pippen. Oh, he couldn't have won without Pippen. He could have won without, and I'm just like, dude, what is going on? So when this dude dropped his book, I said, I was going to buy it because those of you who, if you've been following me, you know I like to read. But I don't think I'm going to buy this book because it's just really hogwash. But when I found out he got on Good Morning America and they decided to do an interview, I said, okay, I am going to do the very first live reaction to this Scottie Pippen 101 that he had with Good Morning America. And you're going to catch it right here. I'm going to do this real quick and I'm going to jump off, but then I'll be back with the $50 giveaway. And I got a hot topic for you later. But anyway, let me dim these lights. Where's the dimming lights? Where you are? I dim my lights. Oh, that's nice. So without further ado, let me move myself over. Let's get started. Where is it? Here we go. Live reaction.
Now with NBA legend Scottie Pippen opening up in his new memoir, Unguarded, on his relationship with Michael Jordan and Jordan's docuseries The Last Dance and its take on the 1990 Chicago Bull dynasty. Michael sat down with Pippen, who did not hold back.
He's as legendary as they come.
Now the gift to Pippen from Jordan, the slide by Pippen, a beautiful play.
6 NBA championships, 6-time NBA All-Star, 2-time Olympic gold medalist, Hall of Famer. Scottie, you did everything that you could do in the game. Now in his new memoir, Unguarded, Scottie Pippen is sharing intimate details about his road to superstardom.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome once again to Bulls basketball.
Including what he really thought about the docuseries The Last Dance, which followed the Chicago Bulls dynasty in the 90s. Pippen says when he agreed to be filmed, he wasn't aware it would focus so heavily on Michael Jordan. You come out swinging in this book, and right off the top, you have a lot of criticism about The Last Dance.
I thought it was a great documentary. I felt like the documentary only told a story that sort of glorified him as a player and not glorified us as a team.
You call
Stop.
Michael Jordan selfish
Stop,
in the first chapter. Why is that?
Stop.
I mean, he was a great scorer, but a lot of things that he did.
Stop. Okay, Scottie, listen. Without Michael Jordan, there is no documentary. He was the leader of the team, the superstar of the team. He was the best player, and even at that time was considered to be the best to ever play the game. Why wouldn't you want him to have the say-so? You averaged, 15 points? I mean, you were instrumental, but make no mistake about it, that documentary, it mattered not if Michael Jordan didn't have a real big role in it, because he was by far head and shoulders and almost to the hips the leader of that team. So for you to get on here and say, I thought it was a documentary about him, right. You sound like he swallowed a frog anyway. I thought it was a documentary about Michael, not really thought it was. No. Without Michael, nobody cares about that documentary. Nobody's going to watch a documentary about Scottie Pippen, Steve Kerr, because if you noticed, there's no documentary about the 1994 Bulls. There's no documentary. Nobody cares. So without MJ, there is no documentary. That's all I got to say on that. Let's go.
Was based on him as an individual. And I think basketball is a team game.
Watching you and Michael on the court, it looked like two best friends out there just crushing everybody. What was your relationship like off the court?
It wasn't what you saw on the court. We always will have that respect for each other, but our friendship is not where people see it on TV think it is.
Do you think that Michael Jordan would be as successful without you?
No.
Okay. This is my ever favorite one. Of course he would say that. Honestly, hindsight is 2020. We don't know what he would have done without Scottie, because Scottie did come along. That's fine. But we don't know what would have happened had they kept Odin Polynice. We don't know what would have happened. We don't know who would have come along. The Bulls, that's the way they operated. Jerry Krause was able to find diamonds in the rough, like he found Horace Grant, like he found all the other guys that was able to help. People don't know about the contributions that the people like Horace Grant, Stacey King, B.J. Armstrong, these guys that he was able to draft that nobody else really was looking at like that. He was able to bring them on and help them develop into a superstar, or not superstar, but a very, very good championship team. So now you look back in retrospect and you say, well, could he have won without me? Of course not. But there's not been one superstar that has ever, what up, Wendell? There has not been one superstar that has ever won a championship without quote unquote help. Every superstar had a B player. And when you looked at the Pistons back in the day, they had multiple players that stood up and actually carried the mantle to the next level, to the championship. So for you to say, I don't think he could have won, been successful without me. Really, Scottie, let's look at your averages in the finals. Which bring me to this, LeBron James fans. Kyrie Irving, LeBron doesn't win without Dwayne Wade. He does not win without Ray Allen. He does not win without Kyrie Irving. He does not win without AD. But if we bring this up, people who are saying you guys have lost your minds, now you want to say, oh no, he carried it. No, but you always throwing up Scottie Pippen, who, by the way, averaged way less than Kyrie did. Kyrie averaged well over 20. Scottie Pippen never averaged 20 in the finals. So when you say he wouldn't have won without him, he wouldn't have success, that's true. Everybody plays their role. He's a B player. He's not an A tier. He's a B tier as far as superstar status. You're not going to build a team around him. So, of course, he wouldn't have won without him. But to summarily dismiss the fact that Michael probably could have won with somebody else had they drafted, we didn't know. They were winning, so they didn't have to get high draft picks. They were winning. So I don't know. I don't like that. Let's move on.
But I don't think I would be successful without him. I think we both complemented each other in a lot of different ways. And we kind of competed and pushed each other to be great.
Pippen says The Last Dance was a chance for Jordan to tell his story, but his new book is a chance for Pippen to tell his. Pippen's story began with learning the game on a dirt court.
Okay, didn't they cover this in The Last Dance? They did cover this in The Last Dance. Am I right? Didn't they talk about what Scottie Pippen was from and his upbringing and everything? Didn't they talk about all this? I mean, did they not talk? What up, Josh? What up, James? Didn't they talk about all of this? I could have swore they did. I'm sorry. So for him to go into this book and act like, and I was watching numerous tapes. I remember back in the day when they were showing the championship, Michael Jordan always talked about Scottie. Man, Scottie is this, Scottie is that, Scottie. He always gave him this. And for him to say, we weren't friends, you may not have been the best of friends, but he ain't giving no $300,000 car to somebody he don't like. He gave you a $300,000 car. He always gave you accolades. What are you talking about? We all know what this is about. You're trying to sell a book, and I get it. Because LeBron James fans, they gonna buy your book because now they loving you. Now they loving you. They doing you like they do LeBron James. They loving Scottie now. He's got their eyes.
Nigga, please.
Man, please. No. We don't care about all that junk, man. We know, those of us who lived through it, we know it. We know what happened. We know what MJ did. We know what he was about. We know what he brought to the table. Scottie Pippen just wants love, but he ain't getting no love. He ain't. Scottie Pippen, here's my thing. Until you can carry a team by yourself to the finals, stop trying to bring MJ down and make these LeBron James fans all happy. Until you can prove you didn't, you had your chance. But until you can prove, man, only
Shut the
just shut up. Just shut up right there. For real. I mean, when they won the last championship, that might have been, I hear what you're saying, James, but that might have been something that was different because honestly, in that point, he probably was just so happy. They did have a chemistry, but make no mistake about it, y'all. I remember when Scottie was drafted. I remember his first few games. His game developed, and the more developed, you know who he looked like? You guessed it. He looked like number 23. It's just, man, that green is just crazy. And now you want to try to bring down MJ's legacy. That's a weak move. I can't stand men who do stuff like that. If you the kind of man that do that kind of junk, you can't hang with me. I don't want to beat you. Listen, somebody who coming for me, I ain't got nothing for you to come for. But if you wanted to be in competition with me, don't try to bring me, like if you're a bass player and you thinking, oh, I'm a smoke Derek. Man, don't wait until I'm old and my hands are decrepit. Now you talking about, oh, I can beat Derek. No. You can beat me when I'm at my greatest. When I'm at my greatest. That's when I don't like dudes who tear other dudes down to look good. That doesn't look good. It's not a good look for you. It's just not.
I didn't hear no amens, but I ain't wanting any.
No, I don't want your amens. Keep your amens. Because y'all know it. He just trying to sell a book. Let's move on.
Hamburg, Arkansas, a rim attached to an old light pole. You say some of the best games ever played were on the dirt court. Why is that?
I was learning. I was growing. That's was the fun part of it because there was never any expectations or pressure.
The youngest of 12 children, as a kid, his older brother Ronnie was partially paralyzed by a school bully. Later, his father would suffer a stroke, leaving him disabled.
Well, it gave me a lot of responsibilities at a young age, to help take care of them and to be there for my mom. And I grew up fast.
Was that a motivating factor for you to play sports?
Yeah, it was motivating. I mean, I was trying to find my way out.
After being kicked off the basketball team in high school and without a scholarship, he'd go on to play for the University of Central Arkansas.
Scott Pippen.
At 21 years old.
Now, I remember this draft. Yes, I'm showing my age. I remember this draft. I remember watching this draft. Listen, when they called that man out, my dad, God rest his soul, said, who? He said Scott Pippen.
Who?
Right, who? That's the biggest insult. When somebody say you bring out a name and they say who? I just did that last night. I'll talk about that in the next live. But yeah, I did that. That's bad. But yeah, when that's the most musicians, we know that. Man, I got this gig with Julie Gilson. Who? You know,
Who?
who? Yeah, so Central Arkansas is that who? That's the who school. We don't know about Central Arkansas. So when we didn't know Scott. I mean, we kind of started hearing about him on the radio. They was like Scott Pippen, but they weren't never saying he was a star. They were just saying he's a long athletic defender. That's what he was known to be. And when they went down his back in the day, I don't know if they still doing in the drafts. They talk about the things that they did well and things they didn't do so well. So when they was talking about Scott Pippen, they were saying he's not a great shooter. They were saying he's not a great shooter. He's not, he's not that. He's going to give you defense. He's going to give you a little youth. He's going to give you a little bit of athleticism. That's what they were saying. So let me ask you people, if he was not really deemed to be the greatest ever, I mean, his stock rose in the combines. I think that's what they called it. You need that Who clip? I got you. I'll send it to you when I'm done. Damian, he is an all-time great. Nobody is saying he's not. Nobody's saying that he's not an all-time great. What I am saying, he's not an A tier. He's not an A tier. So anybody saying he an A tier, you might need your head checked. For real. He should, and people been posting this another dumb mean Michael Jordan, this the day when he got his wish or whatever, saying he needed. Dude, Scottie Pippen didn't blossom into that player. Come on, man. Michael Jordan needed help. But that kind of player, like the LeBron in, what was that, 2012 when he scored 45, that player that he could show you he could be when he wants to, he don't need much help. Oh. Anyway, let's move on.
Pippen was drafted 5th overall pick, landing him with the Chicago Bulls.
All the work that I put in really became fruitful for me that day, and I was able to finally take a deep breath.
The book also detailing a dark moment in his relationship with then Bulls head coach Phil Jackson. 1994, there was an issue during a game where Phil Jackson wanted you to inbound the ball instead of take the last shot. And he deferred the last shot to Tony Kukoc. For years, you said Phil Jackson is a racist.
I felt like that I had earned my right to take that last shot. I felt like he disrespected me at that moment.
Looking back on it.
Okay. Those of you who saw that game, do you think Phil Jackson is racist? When he said that, I said, dude, really, come on, come here. Really, Phil Jackson is racist? The many things that Pippen could have said, being a racist ain't one of them. I mean, there is some racism in basketball. We know that. In that particular, and I believe there's racism in the Bulls organization. I believe that time they saw they quote unquote great white hope in Tony Kukoc with that same little move that they picked up on the very next year. I mean, Tony Kukoc could shoot. He can, and the thing that he had going for him was that he was left-handed. Those of us who are left-handed, like myself, when we do our crossover, it throws right-handed people a little off. Not so much now because they're more athletic and they more, man, their skills is much better piling the ball. But back when I played, that crossover I did, I'm left-handed. So that crossover I did, it'll make you stumble back. I used to break some ankles for real, but once the NBA is like the NFL, they gonna catch on real quick. And once they did, they was blasting his balls. Pause. Ooh, Jesus. Did I say blasting his balls? Lord.
After all these years, you don't feel that way about it.
When you're a player and you're in the heat of the moment, those things go through your mind. But now that it's over, I've had a lot more great times with Phil than I did bad times. And that's why I say that.
Pippen's career in the NBA would last 17 seasons, and he'd be named one of the 50 greatest players in NBA history. He retired in 2004. A year later, the Bulls retired his jersey.
That was a special moment for me. It just, shows the hard work that I had put in and, the belief that I had in myself.
And it's amazing how fast it goes, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's,
Like that.
Yeah, because you're always trying to prepare for the next challenge.
Before we ended, I had one final question. How do you want to be remembered?
That's the greatest of all time.
Shut the
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Ooh. Ooh. Please tell me he just didn't say that. Please tell me he just didn't say that. Did he just say that? Dude.
They get confused. Bewildered. Lethargic. Woo!
Amen, amen.
Listen, I'm sorry. I had to get that laugh out. People have been posting it, but hearing him say that, he wants to be remembered the greatest of all time. Buddy, once number 23 from Cleveland came, that erased all of that. LeBron James has changed the game for small forwards forever. If you're not on that level, you cannot be the greatest. Arguably, he is the greatest. I would say, well, I'm Kareem, but I can see you saying Michael, and I can see you saying LeBron. That's an insult, dude. LeBron James is what? Is 6'8" or 6'9", right? 6'8", 6'9". He runs around bigs 6'8", 6'9" because he's so fast. He overpowers smaller threes because he's so strong. If you are not, and he can see the court and he can dribble, he demands all the attention in the world. If you are not that player, you there is no way. I mean, good Lord. For him to say he want to be remembered of all time, LeBron James is the best small forward I've ever seen, by far. He ain't my GOAT, but I can see why people say he is. That's a legitimate argument. We will never, ever see another LeBron James for a long time to be that fast, that big, that strong, can pass, and at year 19 still can dunk with his head above the rim. And you had the nerve to go on national TV in front of 1 million people and say, you want to be remembered. No, bro. No, bro. There is no way this man said that. Dude. LeBron James fans, please, is Scottie Pippen better than LeBron? Is he better? To be remembered the greatest all time, you first have to be the best small forward. MJ could possibly be the best player ever. But if you look at it, I can see why people say LeBron, he could score a pass, and Michael Jordan could do that too, but I personally think the argument is he never was asked to do that for this team. They needed a scorer, which in that day, having a scorer was everything. Okay, that was a defensive league. So if you had a scorer that can dominate on the offensive end of the court back in those days, you had a winner. And that's what Michael Jordan was asked to do. So for everybody that say he didn't get an assist and the rebounds, that wasn't his role on the team. I don't think he was being sarcastic. Stop it. Get some help. We're not doing that. Not me.
Stop it. Get some help.
No. We're not doing that. He's not going to be the greatest of all time. He played his role, and that's where it is. He said it. He just said it. That's a reach. Dude, I will reach. I wish I had my voice motor on. I don't have my voice motor on. He was not being sarcastic, Damien. No. He was being, listen, if I was sitting next to him, I would go there with him. I definitely would go there with him. I'm sorry. Anyway, let's see how this ends, and then I'm going to wrap
That's
this
a great
up.
answer.
Oh, that was something.
Wow.
The greatest
All
of all time.
So that's it. Let me get off my screen. I love it when Kevin Hayes said that. That's too funny to me. But he got a point there. Get off my screen, Scottie Pippen. Now that I'm back, that was my first time. It was a live reaction. Y'all saw this, right? I think that he's trying to sell his book. I think he's trying to bring up points to try to bring attention to his book. Again, I think that that's a weak man's role. I don't like when weak men do that. Don't try to pull somebody else down. If you're great, show us. Show the stats. I personally think books are good, but right now, videos is where it is. He should have put a compilation video, show his growth over the years, show how he, if he was. I looked at his face. I know he's being facetious, but you don't say stuff like that. You just don't say it. You just don't say it. I want to be remembered the greatest of all time. I want to be remembered the greatest. No. You will not be remembered. No. Sarcasm or not. No. Anyway, y'all can tell me what y'all think in the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe so you can be notified, and hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I go live. Don't forget, I am doing a $50 giveaway. I just wanted to jump on here and do this. I'll be back at around 7:15. I got to set up for the next show, but I got a giveaway I'm doing, and I got a hot topic for you. I got a couple of hot topics for you. But listen, I'm doing these jump-ons because my weeks has been so crazy. I can't commit to a certain day to do things, okay? So when I see something, I try to jump on real quick, jump on my camera, and get on here real quick and then jump off. But this week, I'm really, really busy. If you are on the East Coast, next month, you may see me. I'm in Washington. I'm in Baltimore. I'm in a few places. I'm in Atlanta on the 4th. I'm in Memphis on the 3rd. So if you are in any of those cities and you want to come hang out with me, that's fine. Hit my inbox. I'll let you know where I'll be. I would love to break bread with you. Some people I know you may follow me, but I would love to break bread with you, and let's exchange. Let's dialogue and talk about some things, okay? Anyway, yeah, I'm in ATL on the 4th, Elisha. He wanted and got attention, Damien. Well, he got all the attention. He got all the attention. But anyway, I'm back at 7 o'clock. Hit that notification bell so you'll know when I'm going on. 7 o'clock, $50 giveaway. Make sure you have your Bibles. And I'm not going to do like I did last time. It won't be hard. Pause. Woo, where's my pause?
So what have we learned, if nothing else, children? Homie, don't play it!
I said that for a reason. Last time I did this thing, y'all acted a fool on here. We ain't doing that this time, okay? Stay by the rules. $50 giveaway. It'll be, if you have Zelle, let me know when it happens. If you have Cash App, let me know. We're going to have fun tonight, okay? 7 o'clock. See y'all. Thank you for joining me. Scottie Pippen is still an idiot. Goodbye.